It was supposed to be an easy night. Babysitting the Henderson kids, Lily and Tom, was usually a breeze. Mr. and Mrs. Henderson were at a charity gala downtown, not expected back until well after midnight. I had the kids fed, bathed, and tucked into their beds by 8:30. Now the sprawling, quiet house was all mine. I settled onto the plush living room sofa, grabbing the remote to find a movie. The house was old. One of those grand Victorian types with high ceilings and floors that creaked with history. It was a little unsettling at night, every shadow seeming to stretch and dance just at the edge of my vision. The phone rang, its shrill, old-fashioned ring cutting through the silence. I picked it up. Henderson residence, silence. Then a raspy, low voice. "Have you checked the children?" I frowned. "Who is this?" The line went dead. I stared at the receiver for a moment, my heart thudding. It was probably a prank call. Teenagers with nothing better to do. Still, a chill crawled up my spine. I placed the phone back in its cradle and tried to shake it off, turning my attention back to the TV. 10 minutes later, it rang again. Same number. Same raspy voice, only this time it sounded closer, less distant. "Have you checked the children?" "Look, this isn't funny," I snapped, my voice trembling slightly. "Who is this?" "I'm calling the police." A low, guttural chuckle echoed through the line before it clicked dead again. Panic began to set in. This wasn't a random prank. The voice, it sounded distorted, almost inhuman. My hand hovered over the phone, my fingers shaking as I thought about calling 911. But what would I say? That someone was making prank calls. They'd think I was overreacting. I decided to do what the voice said. Maybe it was one of the Hendersons' relatives, just checking in with a weird sense of humor. I crept up the grand, winding staircase, each step groaning under my weight. The hallway upstairs was long and dark, with a single dim lamp casting long, spooky shadows. I pushed open Lily's door first. She was fast asleep, her little chest rising and falling rhythmically, her favorite teddy bear clutched tight. Then I checked on Tom. He was also sound asleep, snoring softly. Relief washed over me. They were fine. It was just a sick joke. I went back downstairs, feeling a little foolish, and locked the front and back doors, checking them twice. I made sure all the ground floor windows were latched securely. The house felt like a fortress now, and I felt a bit safer. I sat back on the couch, pulling a thick blanket around my shoulders, trying to lose myself in the movie. The phone rang a third time. My blood ran cold. I let it ring for 5, 6 times. I couldn't bring myself to answer it. But what if it was important? What if it was the Hendersons? With a deep breath, I snatched the receiver. "Hello," I whispered. The same chilling voice, but this time there was no question. Just a statement. "I see you." My heart stopped. I dropped the phone, a scream catching in my throat. I spun around, my eyes darting wildly around the dark living room. The large bay window reflected my own terrified face. There was no one there. But the voice? It had sounded so clear, so close. Like he was standing right behind me. My hands were shaking so badly I could barely dial. I called 911. 911, what's your emergency? A calm voice answered. Someone keeps calling me, I stammered. He says he's watching me. I'm babysitting at 1428 Elm Drive. Please, you have to send someone. Okay, ma'am, stay calm. Can you tell me the number he's calling from? I don't know, it's a private number. All right, we'll trace the call. Can you keep him on the line if he calls back? I'll try. As if on cue, the phone rang again. My eyes met the receiver like it was a venomous snake. It's him, I whispered to the operator. Answer it, man. Keep him talking. We're tracing it now. My hand trembled as I picked it up. Who are you? What do you want? The voice laughed, a dry, crackling sound that made my skin crawl. I want to see you scream. Leave us alone, I cried, tears streaming down my face. We're having so much fun, though, he rasped. You, me, and the children. A sudden thought, so horrifying it almost made me pass out, struck me. I whispered to the operator, can you trace the call? Please, tell me where it's coming from. There was a pause on the operator's end, a frantic clicking of keys. Then, her voice returned, tight with urgency. Ma'am, get out of the house. Now. The call is coming from the upstairs extension. There was another phone in the house, in the master bedroom, upstairs, with the children. I didn't scream. The sound was trapped in my lungs, a solid block of ice. I slammed the phone down and sprinted towards the staircase. I didn't think about a weapon. I didn't think about a plan. I just thought about Lily and Tom. I took the stairs two at a time, my feet pounding on the wood. The upstairs hallway was deathly quiet now. The shadows seemed to have multiplied, darker and more menacing than before. The door to the master bedroom, which had been closed, was now slightly ajar. A thin sliver of light spilled out from the hallway, illuminating a dark shape on the floor just inside. My breath itched. I pushed the door open. The room was empty, but on the floor, next to the unmade bed, lay the upstairs phone, its receiver off the hook, and next to it, a pair of muddy footprints leading towards the children's rooms. I turned, my heart hammering against my ribs like a trapped bird. The door to Lily's room was creaking open slowly. I could see her bed. It was empty. Tom's room? Empty. The windows in both their rooms were wide open, the curtains fluttering in the cold night air. They were gone. A floorboard creaked behind me. In the hallway, I spun around. Standing at the far end of the hall, silhouetted against the dim light, was a tall, gaunt figure. I couldn't see a face, just a dark outline, but I knew it was him. He took a slow, deliberate step towards me, and in the suffocating silence of that old house, I finally found my voice, and I screamed. The police arrived minutes later, their sirens wailing through the night. They found me huddled in the master bedroom, incoherent with terror. They searched the house, the yard, the entire neighborhood. But they found nothing. No sign of an intruder, other than the muddy footprints. No sign of Lily and Tom. It was as if they had vanished into thin air. The Hendersons were devastated. The police questioned me for hours, for days. They never found a single lead. The man on the phone was never identified. The children were never found. I left that town. I tried to forget, but I never will. Sometimes, in the dead of night, when I'm all alone and the house is quiet, I swear I can hear a phone ringing, and a low, raspy voice that whispers, "Have you checked the children?" And I know deep in my bones that somewhere out there, he's still watching and waiting. If you enjoyed this horror story, don't forget to like, comment, and share this video. And if you love chilling tales just like this, hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a new horror story. Thanks for watching and sleep well, if you can.